All right, so I just got back from watching Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, the biopic on Bruce Springsteen, a world famous singer. Quick backstory. My backstory with Bruce Springsteen, I guess, is non-existent. Not a big, huge Springsteen fan. Didn't really grow up with his music, with the exception of Born in the USA. I feel like that's probably the song everybody has heard by him, and with good reason. It's a great song. But yeah, I am not familiar at all with his extended back catalog, I guess you could say, of music. So you can call me uncultured if you want, but that's just how it is. So I've always known of him, though. I know he's famous, but again, didn't grow up with his music except for that one super, super famous song. So I'm approaching this not from the lens of a Bruce Springsteen fan, but more of a movie fan to see if this is a good, biopic movie, or if it's, kind of a cliche music biopic movie like so many others. And I will say that I don't think it's necessarily cliche. I didn't love it, but it's not terrible. I didn't love it. It's not terrible. I'd say it's quite good. I don't know if I'd ever want to watch it again, and maybe if I was a big Bruce Springsteen fan, I would enjoy it a lot more, but I did appreciate that it's different. I do like music biopic movies where they don't do the traditional thing of, this is how they became famous, unless it's a super duper unique way that they got famous. And I don't know how Bruce Springsteen got famous, and this movie isn't telling us that story. It's telling us the story of the creation of the Nebraska album, which was created during a time when Springsteen was in deep depression, and his sort of battle with himself, with the record label, and all this stuff to create this music that means so much to him in such a dark part of his time, and also trying to overcome depression at the same time. And that's all the movie's about. It starts there and it ends there. It doesn't go into his old age. It doesn't tell us much about his rise to fame. The only stuff we get is little flashbacks from his childhood, just, kind of explaining why he's depressed. But beyond that, we don't see anything like that. And so this movie is very focused, and it has a very singular purpose, which I appreciate. I will say it does take a little bit to get going. It wasn't until maybe 1/4 of the way through where I was like, okay, this is getting a little interesting here. Once he's created the vision of the Nebraska album in his brain, and then he starts trying to find a way to replicate that for a big, record company, this big label company. Then the movie starts getting a little bit more interesting to me, but the process of him creating the Nebraska album, I think, could have been a bit more interesting. I don't know, it didn't really grab me that much. But once that started, the movie was a lot more interesting to me. And I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I was a big Bruce Springsteen fan and I knew all of this going in. I knew what the Nebraska album was. I knew its significance at the time that it was made and all that stuff. But I don't, and so I was kind of wondering, like, why was this movie made? Why are we telling this story? And it wasn't until about halfway through the movie when I was like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing here. But yeah, not a lot of music in this movie. That's not the point of this movie. It's more about Bruce Springsteen's personal journey. It's not really about the music per se. So that might bother some people. I don't know. But yeah, I think the biggest fans of this movie will be big fans of Bruce Springsteen. If you're not a big Bruce Springsteen guy, you only really know Born in the USA or even if you don't know any of his songs, I don't really see you getting that into the movie. I don't know if you'll hate it, but I don't think you'd find it that interesting. I could be wrong, but those are my thoughts. So yeah, I'd say if you're a Springsteen fan, definitely watch it in theaters. If not, you can skip this one. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere.